Yes, there we are again.
Yes.
So we wanted to give you this close-up because we have to do an introduction. But I also wanted to give it a close-up because I went to the hairdressers.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
I am very beautiful.
I haven't gone to the hairdresser though.
No, I know. But you always look very beautiful and manly.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So, but who are we? Because of course, this is the whole thing the reason that we're doing this. Well, we are
Aris, Ymir, Politopoulos.
and Angus, Dr. Random Mol, and we are once again taking it one more turn at a time in our playthrough. Well, hopefully a playthrough.
Hopefully, sort of playthrough.
We will be playing Civilization 6, Sid Meier's Civilization 6. If you wanna watch what we've done last week, because this is already the second episode.
Yeah, this is a part of a mini-series, right? So we are going to be making a series where we play through Civilization 6, or well...
As part of what collective are we doing this?
We're doing
I mean,
this-
we are doing it because we are the cool people. We've been
Yes.
invited by ourselves to do this.
But we're doing it as part of the Value Foundation.
And what is the Value Foundation?
The Value Foundation is...
This is not like scripted at all.
No, as you can tell. So the Value Foundation is a foundation in itself which deals or which works closely for video games and academia at large, and the past more specifically, or at least at this point. So things that we are doing involve public or academic research on video games, archaeology, history, and anything related to the past. So that includes streams, academic publications, conferences, Minecraft virtual reality events, and all sorts of stuff.
Minecraft virtual reality events.
Yes.
Well, you have to talk more about this, but maybe when we meet the Romans, I don't know.
At another
I don't
point.
think we even have the Romans in there. Doesn't matter. But you were talking about conferences, Angus.
Yes. As you can see here, right above my head, we will be hosting a conference in October. We will bring this back again at the end of the stream. 8th to 10th of October 2018, the Interactive Past Conference 2. The first one is on our YouTube page, which I will link down in the description and in the chat in a little bit. And call for papers is still open until the 15th of May, so please, if you are interested in presenting at our conference, send us an email. I will be linking all this stuff in the chat. I will be linking all this stuff in the YouTube video description afterwards, so make sure to check these things out.
For sure.
So going back to Civilization, this is episode 2 of our mini-series. There will probably be like 5 episodes, at least we have announced 5 episodes. We'll see how long we last.
If we indeed will last that long.
Yeah.
For sure.
The first episode can be found on our YouTube, link in the chat, of course. And I think
Let's start because we have 2 hours for this, and we've already spent 5 minutes talking instead of playing.
Yeah, we will be talking a lot more. But
So what I'm going to be doing, because I think we have to troubleshoot our little video chat window a little bit. I will transition right now, and I will see if I can get that up and running. But I will also at the same time already start the game, and you get to talk a little bit about where we are at the moment, and I'll do the technical bit. Yeah,
you go ahead.
cool.
So things where we are right now. We started last week. We began from scratch. We're playing as the Persian Empire, which is very exciting, and we're playing against, well, in a standard game, standard difficulty. We're pretty average. We're not very good civilization players. We're not the worst, but definitely not the best.
Definitely not the best.
Definitely not the worst either.
Of life beneath water, to the great
Probably can hear the game sound, I presume.
Yeah, they all can for sure.
We're getting some compliments on our limiter. Great. Hopefully it works.
We are very nicely limited.
Yes. Hopefully
I'm
everything
not
works
giving
out.
myself any compliments on our video capture device though. It doesn't.
It doesn't?
It doesn't want to play nice with us. No,
We can't. We don't have the camera.
we don't have the camera.
Oh snap!
I will. Oh snap! I will try and in fact, I'm just gonna try and remove it and edit one more time.
Yeah,
you never know, and otherwise we will just restart the stream, or just
OBS has been giving us a little bit of troubles today. I don't know exactly why.
because
you
it
need
is
to
just,
introduce them.
yes, there we are.
Sorry for this brief pause.
Well,
No.
you know what? I'm gonna continue the game already, and you keep on talking, and I will see if I can get this thing up.
Let's yeah. So we're playing Aspersian Empire. We haven't progressed too much because we were taking it a bit slowly, talking through all the first stages of the tech tree in civilization. We discussed a lot about in last episode about pottery. We discussed a lot about animal husbandry. We discussed about civilization, barbarians. We discussed a lot about mining and stone tools and stuff like that. We also had some very key help from our chat regarding the game, so please
very important.
Feel free to chip in for questions, for tips in the game if we are doing things that are outrageously bad.
Don't tell us, because we don't want to know that we're outrageously bad. I guess the first question is, are we gonna stop and start the stream again?
Yes, let's do. We will be restarting very quickly.
Because we do want you to see our beautiful faces.
And because we have things to show you in the shape of books.
Sure, that's kind of true as well. Yeah, all right.
So
let me just...
1 second.
You know what? The nice thing is, if you're with us on YouTube right now, all of this will be magically edited out by our wonderful one. You will not even know. Well, you will know because we've been talking about this stuff for ages already. But for the rest, you will not know. All right. Cool.
Be right back.
Be right back. All right, we're back. And you can actually see us now.
We're back. Are we back?
Yeah, we are.
Back.
We are. There we are.
Yeah, we're back.
All right.
Cool. Now we can play. Now everything.
Now we can play because now you can see the dismay on our faces.
Yeah.
Well, so we're actually.
So last time we had an unfortunate event. Our slinger died.
Our slinger. This is also what it just said. Unit killed. Just when we started up. That's really sort of the last thing that happened.
Yeah, we left at a really bad spot.
So we were kind of very happy. We were developing this lovely capital of Pasargadae.
Yes, beautiful.
Which is in fact the very first Persian capital, as you explained to me last week.
Yes.
And we were happy, but then all of a sudden a barbarian came.
Yes, only one.
Only one.
But he was brutal enough.
He was brutal enough to, in our hubris, I would say, we just said, hey, we're going to kick his ass because we want a boost from a slinger unit to archery. And then this barbarian just kicked our asses.
It didn't really work out. So we've been really set far behind.
We are. Actually, probably we were like the stupid kid in the class at the moment when it comes to civilizations. On the other hand, hey, it's not always about being the best civilization. No. Sometimes you can just be a mediocre civilization and just still be happy.
Or let's.
The Dutch are.
Let's not attribute civilizations as bad.
Let's not attribute ranks to civilizations, which is something that this game is more or less about.
Yes, so let's not do what this game is about.
Okay, cool. Let's not do what it is about.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we do have a unit that needs orders, which is by the way, this settler that we now also cannot move because.
But eventually we'll kill this barbarian with our scout, right?
Famous last words, the scout says.
Yes.
All right, let's just skip the turn of this settler for now. Skipping turns with settlers always pains me. Yeah. So right now, this Duderino, we've already uncovered quite a bit of the map, as you can see. Carthage over there. We haven't encountered any other civilizations yet. So that's the way it is. But
so I think we have one of your students in your chat who is very curious on how a person's teacher is, if it's any good in civilization. Let me tell you, not very much.
As the evidence of this one stream suggests, I'm actually not very good at civilization. But I always also feel that I'm sort of hamstrung by the civilization that you picked for me, Aris.
Yeah.
What?
Why? What? You don't blame the Persians.
Let's. I think we're just postponing taking action because we're kind of afraid of what will happen next. So, where are we going to be moving this scout to again?
I think
not over here because we've reached the limits.
Yeah.
I think we want to sneak up past Kumasi, or even trespass a little bit. Yeah. And although they see, well, maybe we don't want to sneak past Kumasi, Angus, because
damn it,
spearman. All right, next turn for us. Ah, there you go. Our good friends in Kumasi are actually taking care of the spearmen.
Probably much better than what
Probably
we
much better than our
done,
scouts
yeah.
could do. All right, let's see. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right, that's
Done.
That's sort of good.
That's sort of good. Yeah, we can move our settler.
Yeah.
We can move our settler.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, we're still waiting because there's still other players taking their turn, Avis. There are other players in there. We don't really see. Well, actually,
But they're not the real players. They are AI.
They are AI. Yes, we couldn't really.
Well, that's a discussion. Are they real if they're AI?
Jeez, man, we're archaeologists, not computer scientists. Let's not even go there. Well, maybe we'll go there later, but we need beers for that.
We
Cool.
have plenty of time.
All right, let's see if we can actually. So we were saying that we wanted to move over yonder,
Over yonder, yeah.
but I'm kind of thinking now.
That over there, it's a very good location. We have bananas.
Yes. Bananas are like well, okay.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it's next to the river. It's even more stone.
Yeah. So I ideally wanted to move over here,
Yeah, right.
but
It has
I have the
copper.
feeling that we have
Maybe.
to.
I mean, this is a location which is already secured enough for us
Yeah,
that we can expand with our third city there.
I think so.
So let's
Let's
go
play it
there.
a little bit safe and let's move over here.
Also, the game suggests that we move there.
I know, but you know, if we do what the game wants, that's just boring. So let's take it one step at a time. This is the ideal road.
Yeah.
There we go.
It really baffles me still that the continent is called Ur. I don't know. I don't know who's like.
So why does it baffle you? What is Ur?
I mean, we talked about it briefly in last stream as well. That Ur was a civilization known from the ancient Near East. There is the city of Ur. Even more famously, there is the royal cemetery of Ur, dates to about 2650 to 2300 BC, maybe a little later, and it has a number of royal tombs, and some of the most impressive.
Basically,
stuff
it's an archaeologically known name.
Yes, exactly. There is also a professor from Harvard called Jason Ur.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, and he's also an archaeologist of the ancient Near East.
Does he work at Ur or work with Ur?
No. He's
Missed
working
opportunity for him
Yeah, hopefully he gets to work there one day.
because nobody gets to work at Ur at the moment.
No, people are working at Ur right now, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was.
It's not very easy. There is I think it's an American team of archaeologists who are doing some.
I'm gonna.
excavations there.
If talking about American archaeologists, I'm gonna piss off one of our allies right now.
Yeah.
Because we have to move somewhere.
If we settle on the coast, we get another discovery: nominative determinism in action.
Yes, true. That is true.
That is true, but I think we can do it later. I mean, eventually we'll get access to the sea from Bashar Gade,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Well, I think we will. We will need to make a city over here.
There. Don't
But
worry.
I kind of want to boost our limits a little bit before we do that.
Let's.
All right. So we have another unit.
This poor scout. Let's send him somewhere, but where? Okay, let's put him on a boat, and he can go his merry way.
He can actually first promote.
Okay.
And don't we want to heal him up a little bit?
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
I don't know. Let's promote him first anyway. I guess that woods and rainforest doesn't really movement on hill terrain.
Okay, sure. Sure.
It doesn't really matter. I think this is always like
No,
what are we
right
gonna
now it
find?
doesn't matter. It's
So, and the nice thing, of course, because
healed
it is
up, because he
healed up,
leveled
so
up.
we're actually going to be not moving today because this turn. All right, cool. What we have some stuff coming up: irrigation, state workforce. There's stuff happening.
There's stuff happening, stuff we will be talking about. Let's move.
Yeah.
This guy, maybe we need to return him to the city.
I have the feeling that our interests would be better served right now. Because we have to sort of move around like this. I'm actually going to be bringing him over to where we will be settling.
Exactly.
And so it will take a long time anyway.
Yeah,
for him
just
to get
give
there.
him the order to get, and he'll get there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it a little bit. I want to move through here. Maybe see if we can. No, we're not gonna. Yeah, just a little bit more. All right. So this guy has to move. I don't think this will do major defeat. I don't think this will do much for us.
No, I don't think so. Whatever, we don't really care about them.
No, we don't. But still. Right. Let's just get over here. Yeah. Sorry, Kumasi.
We are clipping. Is our microphone clipping? Is it?
Is it a little bit? Maybe.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
now and
clipping
again.
a little bit.
I will.
Sorry, we'll lower it.
Lower it a little bit. There we go.
Now it should not be clipping too much, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Hopefully it doesn't clip. If it keeps clipping, let us know.
Let us know, and we will switch off some of the filters that we got on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Next turn. Kind of feels like a slow start to.
Slow start for everyone. We haven't found any other actual competitors. We found only cities.
It kind of makes me. There we go.
Irrigation. Thousands have lived without love, not one without water. This is not.
Would you rather live without love for a day or water without a day? Or 2 days?
A day. 2 days. I don't know.
1 day.
1 day, I guess, without water.
Okay.
I think I can manage.
All right. So 2 days.
2 days probably. No, there it gets questionable.
Yeah. 3 days. I'm choosing water.
Water. I mean, it's. I drink about 2 liters of water a day, so it's a bit.
Same here. I'm like a camel.
Yeah. And you store it.
I store it in my camel bag. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's a good quote once again, for sure. So what have we actually unlocked? We can now build plantations. So we can actually start farming those bananas.
Yes.
And also a clearing of marsh, which is not going to be very useful yet. But the hanging gardens. This is actually why we sort of went for it.
Do you want to hear a funny story? When we excavate at Cyprus.
Yeah.
So I'm part of an excavation project at Cyprus with Bleda During from the Faculty of Archaeology, and at the site where we were working for 3 years, there was actually a banana plantation, which was horrible for the archaeology.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
And they had this huge layer of soil where they had the banana plantation, and they had to take it off eventually to use it for other type of cultivation, but it had already damaged really deep. It's
for sure.
If you see banana plantations,
know that archaeologists are weeping.
Yeah.
In fact, any type of really sort of irrigation or heavy tilling of the soil, archaeologists tend not to like that.
It's not always the case. There are times that agriculture can help because it brings up a lot of things.
It destroys archaeology.
But it brings things on the surface, so then you know where sites are.
Yeah.
But especially banana plantations are horrible.
You know what's even more horrible? I mean, I've seen my fair share of banana plantations or sugarcane plantations or coconut groves, which are lovely things to look at and wander through. While sugarcane, not so much. It's hot as hell, and it's filled with spiders and nasty stuff. But what's really, really bad? Golf courses. My very first excavation in the Caribbean was in fact
inside the golf course?
At a golf course.
Jesus.
And the people that were owning the golf course and owning the land, they said, well, we knew there was an archaeological site over there, so we sort of left it intact.
Oh.
And they were thinking intact means, like any golf course, you just scrape off the whole topsoil, because this beautiful golf course grass doesn't grow on regular soil.
Yeah.
So they already prepared for us coming in and took off all the topsoil and said, because of course they thought archaeology must be 1 or 2 meters deep. No, of course, in the Caribbean it tends to be, if it's not at the surface, it tends to be 20, 30 centimeters deep at most. So there I was, just completely destroyed site. The only thing left was like this little wedge, which they had first put a lot of manure on because there were getting lovely plants growing there. It was just literally a shit show.
My God.
Anyway,
Painful.
that's that.
Painful.
That doesn't have anything to do with civilization.
No, sorry.
Or maybe the lack of.
The lack of remains. Hey,
The lack of civilization on golf courses.
Oh yeah, definitely. Screw golf courses.
All right, cool. What are we going to research, Aris? So if we actually, or Ploy had worked, this would have been a great choice for us.
Yeah, but Slinger is dead.
All right, kill 3 barbarians. Well, we got 1 right now. Masonry.
I think we have it boosted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for masonry. We still need.
But we've also have the wheel boosted. I kinda want to go for the wheel.
Yeah, because we need. We have a lot of stone, so it's gonna be good for our mining. So let's go. I think.
No, it's not gonna do much for our mining, but
but doesn't it? Oh, I thought it did. Sorry.
But it's good to have the. I like the watermill as one of the early investments.
Okay. Last episode we talked a lot about the wheel and its importance or lack thereof in human civilization.
Well, we can talk about it more when we've actually researched it.
Yeah, okay.
So let's go for or bronze working, but that takes a damn long time.
Why don't you want masonry?
Well, because
Ancient walls, pyramids. I mean,
the pyramids we're not going to be useful to us. So harvesting of stone, we don't really want to do that.
Why? We have
but we
Craft
don't.
out of stone, right?
Yeah, but if we harvest it, it's gone.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not one of those,
You don't want to
fossil
destroy-
fuel kind
To
of.
destroy resources.
Not maybe stone we can do that later when we don't need it, but right now we also really need our stone.
Okay, so let's go for wood.
Alright,
Decision has been made.
Plus now you can actually, if things go wrong, you can actually tell me
Yeah.
that I was the one making this decision.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Great.
There's a unit that needs orders once more.
Yeah,
so
let's send him across the sea. He can get on a boat, right? He can.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
just
he can.
yet.
He can. I'm pretty
sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You sure?
Maybe I'm.
I kind of want to move over here, see what's up
Okay,
here.
let's.
You don't think so?
I don't really mind.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make sure that we don't get into trouble with the barbarians.
And
over there.
he's going further to the east.
Yeah. Go east. Oh yeah, that's not the song. Alright, cool.
He has one more movement, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of hoping.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yay, another village. That's good.
That is
We love those. We love invading villages of tribal people.
If we want a religion, go for astrology. Yeah, we started with a religion. We'll talk about this. This is always
Yeah, I
interesting.
think we also want religion at some point, but right now we're not heavily invested. We're not going to be playing a religious civ. I think
No,
we're going to
probably
be playing a civ that's focused a lot on culture. That's the aim. Culture research. That's how we're going to get ahead.
Yeah,
But right now we just are struggling. So that's
we're a
the
struggling
motive.
civilization.
We're a struggling civilization. That's what we. It was good that we decided to bring this guy back because
think so.
he is not going to be doing anything up here. We're just going to follow the mountain range and
Yeah.
then.
Our settlers are moving. They will take some time. Okay.
Yeah. Of
Other
course, the
than
settler's
so-
going to find like a wolf or something over here. I know that they don't have wolves in this game, but just for us, they're going to spawn a wolf over there.
Hey, we can choose production.
All right, so this is good. I always like these things. Can you give me a drum roll? No, don't do it. We'll
Ah,
clip. We'll
okay.
clip.
It will
Well,
clip.
maybe like this.
That doesn't.
No, I know. We don't want to bang on the table with our fingers. So this is the best drum roll I can do with my mouth.
Yeah.
We have produced a dude. Look at that.
Ah, jeez.
Bones of the Magi.
Created by martyred apostle.
A martyr apostle. That means there's actually already an apostle running around.
That is very weird. And it's
That's
displayed in the palace. And I mean, look at this thing.
it's pretty.
This at any point doesn't resemble.
The bones of the Magi. What are the
The
Magi?
capsule-
What are
the
the
capsule-
What are the Magi?
I'm not sure what it means with the Magi.
I guess the Magi are the Magi not the
Like
advisors,
priests.
the priests
Yeah.
of the Persians? Did I misremember that?
I mean,
I think this is where they were. Check it out.
yeah. The thing with Magi, I think it
They
something
are-
that
they're-
comes much
they're-
later, right? Because they are. Maybe I'm misremembering, but it's part of Zoroastrianism. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's. But I'm pretty sure it comes slightly later.
Hey man, I'm liking this. Only 17 turns for the Hanging Gardens. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, we want the Hanging Gardens. This is always an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think it's really good if we get it. But
Yeah.
I'm always very if we get outcompeted by a civilization for this one, it really sucks because you have to throw away all those production shields. Well, they're not shields anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So here we say Wictionary says it's a Zoroastrian priest. Yeah. So the thing about Magi and why I find it a bit weird here is that like the Herodotus.
Wait, where are we gonna build our Hanging Gardens?
There I think.
There, huh?
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
the spot
yeah,
too.
exactly. So the magician, the word magician comes from the Latinized version of magos, which is a Greek word used by Herodotus to describe also partly like Persian priesthood,
Sure.
which is a Greekified
A
version
Greekified-
of an Iranian word, which is very interesting because it's this whole like process of words evolving into modern like magician. That's why.
It now doesn't tell us to go here over here anymore, but I kind of still want to go.
No,
over there.
let's go.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, never listen to the game.
no.
It's not like.
But my problem with this is that it showed us this beautiful like casque with gold and stuff, and this doesn't like
We never find this stuff as archaeologists. That too.
that too. But it doesn't correspond to the age.
Oh, for sure, because we are still very much stuck in the very early age.
Yeah, not that we don't have golden items like from the Royal Cemetery of Ur. Indeed, we have a ton of golden items.
You mean the iconography is all wrong?
The
It is in
iconography
fact
is
very
all
much the
wrong.
iconography of.
The idea of an apostle is
also
completely
all wrong.
Like it doesn't correspond to anything even remotely related to 2600 BC.
So we have another warrior over here. I kind of want to just. I kind of want to just have him hang out over here.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe we get invaded at some point by these barbarians.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually, we'll have to kill those poor people.
Eventually, but going
Not
up
yet. Not yet.
toe to toe to them to a spearman with a warrior is
No,
not,
that's-
is not
that's-
gonna end
that's
good.
no-
not gonna
no.
end. Not gonna end well for us. So in fact, we're just gonna move over here. Wait, can you still need orders? That's not true. So I'm just gonna put him in fortify mode, or we can maybe make a small detour over here. See what's what over here
With who?
with the warrior.
No, just let him there. I think there's no reason. I mean, we've seen what's there.
No, not over here.
Okay, let's go. Sure.
I think
It doesn't do much anyway.
No, exactly. I think we will be famous last words. We will be back on time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I think it's good to just make always sure that you.
We should play the Royal Game of Ur on stream. We actually had done that
We
a
have.
little bit on our 24-hour stream.
It's a very good.
Vafthrudnir?
It.
Vafthrudnir. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Please let me know.
How's your Old Norse?
So not particularly good for an Ymir.
Very true. But
Yeah.
my Old Norse is getting better and better because I'm playing God of War for a little bit.
We will play the Royal Game of Ur probably again at some point on stream. Once we are actually start doing more board game streams, we will be talking about
You know, with our clones that have this
Yes.
whole life on the side that we don't
Yeah.
really control, they will be playing the
close
board
enough.
games.
Okay, I was close enough.
Alright, cool.
Suffice.
Yeah, this guy up here. We are really sort of. We are. I have the feeling that we're like really on an island. I'm just gonna see what's up here. Well, let's first move over here. Maybe. No. Ah man, I have the feeling we're on an island all by ourselves. Maybe.
Apparently we're still clipping a bit, but
A bit. That's only because our voices are so loud,
We're so
nice
loud.
that they cannot be contained. It's when we really get excited, we will clip.
yeah, well.
And you know what? We have a sound technician. He's a really great DJ. He does a lot of synthwave.
He
He's
does.
gonna come to the office and play around with the limiter all morning till we get it just right.
Yeah.
Because I spent an hour on it. Don't want to freaking deal with it anymore.
No. And if he's looking, he can link his music into the chat. It's
Yeah, for
really
sure.
great music.
It's really great music. All right, cool. I'm still moving up there.
Yeah, let's. Okay.
You never. No. So over here is some desert. So if we ever wanna, still invest in pyramids. All right, cool.
Emphasis is usually in the first syllable in Old Norse. Yeah, so it's Vathrun. This near in the end. just kills me.
Now you're just effing it up.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I'm still moving over here.
Yeah.
This is the spot.
This is a made decision.
What's that?
Amber.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. What?
No?
Jurassic Park callback.
Yeah. Come
Very
on,
good.
man.
Very good. Yeah. No, not all amber, just particularly amber,
Particularly amber.
with
mosquitoes.
with mosquitoes in it, for sure. I cannot wait till I am going to be, resurrected from an amber mosquito.
Yeah.
You're gonna have so much fun watching me in the zoo. Alright. It feels like the game made this island just for us.
Just for us, really.
Appoint a governor. Alright. This is a new part of
This
it.
governor will
Yeah.
be powerful and
I've read a little bit about
when
what this
assigned
means.
to
So we
one of
actually
our
get to put a
cities.
governor in one of our
I
cities.
suggest you choose a candidate as
Which
soon
is
as possible.
good, but at the same time, I also wonder if this does not muddle the game up too much. We'll see.
So wait, we put this is in the expansion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So governors do stuff, and there are
Yeah.
different types of governors.
I mean, one of those things is what I do like about it is that, of course, as even if you were an autocratic ruler,
Yeah.
so, hey man, talk about governors and the Persians. The
Yeah,
satraps,
satraps.
the satraps were governors, right? So it's even if we're role playing as Persians, I do feel that we get to appoint governors.
Yeah, definitely.
The rest of the game should not, point out.
Do they get to rebel against you?
I think that's the.
Because if they don't, then it doesn't really.
Well, I think that cities get to rebel. I think. I don't think that governors rebel.
I mean, usually it was governors that wanted to rebel that caused some.
Right, so wait. So appoint a governor. Governor titles are unlocked throughout the game, through the civics tree, also through the government plaza district.
Sure.
Players can use government titles to promote governors.
We can figure it.
Gaining
out
identity in the
as
city
we go.
toward their civilization. So in fact, they are good for loyalty.
Okay. Let's
Apply the governor's special abilities in that city by becoming established there. There's an amount of time before they come into power in that city. That's good to know.
That's also interesting historically. Yeah.
All right, let's see how we can affect. We completed civics. This is why we got
A strong economy begins with a strong, well-educated workforce.
Yeah, I know. I mean, why is it a strong, well-educated workforce? Are they powerlifting while they're reading?
I'm not sure what it means. Like,
Sorry, Bill Owens. Who's Bill Owens even?
I have no idea.
I'm not strongly educated enough to know.
on economics, not that much.
No,
which
for
I
sure.
assume. I don't know.
I think so.
We got civics. We got stuff. We get to change our policies now. Plus 15 production.
We are, by the way,
production.
switching to this one. I don't want to be out
Immediately.
Immediately. I don't want to be outdone. If we can, in fact.
Sure, I think we can now because we got the government
All right,
plaza.
so we also get to build a government plaza,
Yeah.
which is nice. But so let's change policies right now.
Let's.
So wait, we just discovered a civic, a new way of shaping our society.
Yeah.
State workforce.
Yeah.
What does it even mean?
This is I assume what the game wants, what the game means is that the idea of public, like the public workforce. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So people working in public sectors, in a sense, not in the sense that you go to your average tax.
I think it simply means that the state is requisitioning some time from its citizens. I think that's what they're trying to get at, because what it's actually doing, this is going to give us production towards ancient and classical wonders.
So it
collectively
implies
they're giving their labor, and that labor is funneled into the construction of great works.
That's a very polite way to
talk about
slavery or something. Yeah,
like state slavery, sure.
Yeah, state workforce.
Just workforce.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm part of the university workforce.
Yeah.
I'm a slave. Help me. I'm very much not a slave. I'm a very, very luxurious animal here with my playing my civilization while working.
But it is interesting that it calls.
It's also called, by the way, it's called corvée.
Yeah.
So that's of course corvée duty. Literally means like you're doing this.
You're doing this. You have to do this.
You have to do it. Cool. This is a very nice economic policy, which we want to switch back at some point.
Yeah, but let's finish the hanging garden.
Yeah, for sure. So this is getting in. So are we gonna go for double experience? We don't really have unit maintenance yet.
No, not yet.
I think this one will come in handy at some.
Plus 5 unit combat strength when fighting barbarians. Might be because soon, but not. We're not planning to fight the barbarians anytime soon, are we? Or maybe.
I think they will start invading.
Okay, let's.
Because and also I feel that this double experience for recon units, I think that's gone its course.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think this is going to be the one that's going to be useful quicker.
Okay.
Unless we want to go for plus 50% production towards ancient.
No,
I think we're good with this because we're
good. Okay.
Right. Cool.
Confirm.
I wanna do something here, but
we can't do something yet, right?
Not yet. We have to become more civilized.
Yeah, which is again a very weird thing that governments come with only with progress, while governments often just hold.
Right. Exactly.
Scientific progress or stuff.
That's your opinion, sir. Is our policy agenda set? Yes, it is.
We are now ready to choose where to build our government buildings. We may only zone one of these
in our empire, so choose carefully. Oh, interesting.
Oh, so then that we will actually have a capital by definition then.
I guess so. We will have a capital by definition where we're going to be zoning. We're going to have like.
So we're going to
basically build The Hague.
Yes.
Or Washington D.C.
just like a capital.
Which is, thinking about ancient times though, it's not even that strange, because the Persians, but definitely the capital cities that you're looking at, they had these set-aside administrative
Quarters. They were big parts of the
districts.
city.
Almost,
they were districts like citadels. They are much better described as citadels because they are on top of mound as well. When we're talking about the Assyrians, for example.
Where can we plunk down our governor?
No, we need to do it in a city. We need to make a district in the city.
So actually, in fact, we have to. We don't get to choose our governor just yet.
No, but maybe in the new city that we're gonna build. If it's Susa, the second city, I don't know.
Oh wait, here it is. No, we can actually appoint one.
Victor, the Castellan, Amani, the diplomat, Moksha, the cardinal.
Some great art, by the way. I like it.
Yeah, nice art. Gala.
Oh man, this is the first time that we're playing this, so we actually have to. Maybe the chat has some.
Chat, do you have any idea on what to do with the governors?
I don't. Bishop is probably not going to be too good for us.
No, I think we need to go with the educator, right?
The educator, you think so?
Yeah, if we want to go towards research.
And yeah, it's true. On the other hand, you also can say like we plot harvest and future removals. No. Buildings, no. Nah. It actually sounds too. Let's go with the Pingala. Hello, my friend. Loyalty per turn. That's also good to look at that, but that's the same. I think the speed at which his governor becomes established, which is the same except for the Castellan. He's a bit quicker.
He's a bit quicker. I think it's related to.
But we're gonna be putting this guy into Pasargade, which is at the moment our only city.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how we do it.
Our governor is now on their way
Now
to
on
their
their way.
assigned
Okay,
city.
thank you.
Roll a die. Usually take Pingala first, but I'm not sure if that's the best. Yeah, well, we got Pingala, so
We did well. All right, cool.
We have a new civic, foreign trade. Let's open the civics tree.
All right, sure.
So
I kind of feel that the civics tree it doesn't really matter that much in terms of because it feels much more constrained than.
Yeah, and I mean all roads eventually lead to almost everything.
Anyway, but
yeah.
So we've got mysticism. We've got we haven't got mysticism.
We haven't because we need to do the foreign trade, which we haven't done yet.
Let's go for foreign trade.
Yeah.
Because we are never gonna. Or we're going to, in the process of doing
just do that.
Yeah, actually,
with our scout,
it's going to be fine because we also soon will want to, in fact, build traders.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be using it for our own.
And we also want to go into the early empire. Yeah.
That's true. All right, that's your specialty. All right, cool.
Okay.
You need these orders. Okay. Well,
no, we don't want to.
We don't want to attack you, but we kind of want to just to move around like that. Well, all right then. Let's get back here.
Yeah. Okay.
I always hate that when units block my path. Just like in life, but also in civilization.
Yeah. You don't want units blocking your path.
No, I don't want units blocking my path.
So you should not be very good in traffic then.
No, I'm not very good at traffic at all.
All these units in my way. Damn it.
All right, cool. So what should we do here? I think that if we could move up here, but I think this will just be more.
He can get into a boat, right? Why can't he get into a boat?
Because I don't think we have embarkation yet. I mean, we can
give
try.
Give it a shot.
You really want to spend? Let's just move.
Let's see if he can move inside the sea. Just move him in the sea.
No, because it doesn't wanna. I can.
No,
tell you
you cannot.
No, yeah, look.
Ah, damn it. We need to do that then.
Yeah, soon we will need to, but for right now, what do we want to do? I feel like there's still a river up there. What should we do, dude? Are we gonna go down?
Yeah, and above Carthage.
And just try and make our way down over here.
Yeah.
Probably that's best. It sucks though because I kind of wanted to see if there's any. Well, that's fine. We go toe to toe then. All right.
He's going to the south, right?
This guy is gonna go to the south, yeah, for sure. He's just gonna tag along with the settler for a moment. Takes so long to get the settler to where it needs to be.
This guy needs to get into our other city.
Yes, true. All right, so that's gonna be that other city is gonna be
there.
Here, huh?
Yeah, the city's gonna be
here.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
next turn.
Yeah. All right. So right over here is fine, I think. All right. So let's finally build another city. Or in terms of actually expanding, doesn't really matter that much anymore. In previous civilizations, if you build cities too close together, you F yourself over because you could never get to the full potential of that city.
Yeah, exactly.
But here it doesn't matter as much. At the same time, you kind of... Nah, actually, there's one more turn of...
May I make a suggestion?
Assign a governor.
Assign a governor. We can actually assign a governor to this one as well?
Oh,
no.
Eventually.
Alright, cool.
It needs to be constructed first, right? Or is it in
so this will take a while, but let's go for a monument. Always best to first go for a monument. I feel. Hamadan. Or Hakmatana. This is another Persian city, of course.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's also located in Iran. Obviously.
It's almost as if Iran and Persia were somehow related.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we were a thought. Yeah. I mean, Iran is kind of getting more important now as on the world stage. Maybe or Persia, which is not Iran, of course, but still, it's not as important on the world stage right here, right now in our game. But Iran is definitely in the picture again in an interesting way. Did I ever tell you that my dad was in Iran just a year after it had switched from being Persia to...
Really? Oh.
He was a tugboat captain and he had to deliver a tugboat. He was delivering tugboats. So built a shipyard here in the Netherlands and he delivered it to all over the world, but to Iran as well. And actually when he was entering the hotel, every single day he had to walk on a flag of America.
What?
Yeah, and one day he didn't want to do it, and he just stepped over it. And then a member of the secret police, took a gun out and said, "You're gonna walk back, and you're gonna walk right over it."
Oh my God!
Yeah. That has always colored my perception of Iran a little bit. But I did recently hear of a lot of people, friends of mine, that went there and just had a lovely time in terms of actually vacationing.
Yeah. It's been in that sense. It has been not growing, but it's become more accessible to Westerners for vacation and for this kind of trips.
Yeah,
much more easier and friendlier.
Yeah, there were so many good stories. I was actually thinking like, hey, maybe I should go there with the family. But now I'm thinking, I don't know, probably let's not go there.
Let's see how this resolves and then maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
So Hagmatana is maybe if you've read your Herodotus, right? So maybe you know it with a kind of a different name called Ekvatana.
Yes.
Ekvatana, which was, according to Herodotus, it used to be the capital of Persia earlier. During the Persian Empire, it was sort of the, let's say, summer residences of the Persian king.
What would that mean, a summer residence? Because there's also a city around it, right?
Yeah.
But whenever we're talking about these things and the capital cities, I know you do your best to actually talk about the people that live in there as well.
Yeah.
But, so
what does it mean for the kings? You mean?
Yeah. So for the king, I mean, we know it's a summer residence. But what did it mean? Was there a population there all year round? What were the?
Yeah. There was population all year round. It's always a bit confusing understanding exactly like what the relation between royalty and the population of cities. And
especially because, of course, we get a lot of information about royalty from textual sources like Herodotus, but also from other textual sources.
And also, on the other hand, like we have this, it creates a polarized view because in modern day cities, even in locations where we have royalty, like even in the Netherlands, life is rarely dictated by the activity of the royalty.
Except on the 26th.
Yeah, 1 day or 2 days rather a year. Right?
Yeah.
But the perception that we get from the texts is that life is dictated completely by royalty, which was probably not the case. I mean, on your day-to-day activity, we don't really know what these kings were doing, but we also don't really know what the people were doing. But
for that, you need archaeology.
For that, you need archaeology. For that, you need
money.
You need money. But you need to be excavating in lower cities. You need to be excavating in neighborhood levels and stuff like that.
Because really, that's also what was more or less one of the meta conclusions of the work that you've been doing is that we just need a lot more archaeology.
Yes.
In those Near Eastern capital cities, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or just any cities, but
but in the case of my research in Assyrian capitals, but we need a lot more. We know so very little that it's impressive.
It's impressive.
Our lack of knowledge on that regard is impressive.
Right.
Megalithic says he was in Iran yesterday. No, man, you were in Japan.
Japan.
Yesterday.
What Japan you were?
Don't get confused.
No.
I know you want us to say it on the stream, but you were in Japan yesterday.
I'm kind of feeling. Ooh,
Whoa.
there we go.
Okay, that's Pericles of Athens, and he greets us on behalf of the democracy. That sounds like a Star Wars kind of quote.
On behalf of the democracy.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's an honor to meet him because look at his beard. Anybody with a beard like that, I have to say, it would be even a little bit more impressive than your beard.
Yeah, definitely.
So, who was this figure, Aris?
Pericles was one of the most important figures of the Athenian city-state. The period during which Athens and democracy in Athens flourished is also known as the Periclean century, the golden century. So the 5th century BC.
Right, so it's actually named after the figure.
Yeah, nowadays we call it also the Periclean century as well. And this is very interesting because he also was sort of in charge, if that makes sense, of the democracy. Was one of the most prominent figures during that time, and it was of course also the time in which Athens became probably the strongest city-state, at least for a brief period of time.
Right.
In Athens, in classical Greece.
Yes, or even a bit beyond classical Greece, we could say.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's also one of the times that around then it's when Athens founded a lot of colonies as well. Or
yes.
Was it a little bit before?
Colonies were found. We have different waves of colonization in the Greek world. We have an early Iron Age, so in the beginning, like 9th, 8th, 7th century. So we have different phases of colonization. Well, not colonization, but
colonization is the actual word of it, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It is in fact also meaning what it means that they were coming. There were already other people living there, but they also started living there.
Yeah.
But of course, like colonization now means something like much more destructive because in fact the Athenians and other Greek colonizers were very good at just living together with.
Yeah, sort of.
Or at least next to.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, I was thinking, Aris.
Yeah.
We've got these warriors over here now.
We can.
Do we?
Yeah, they have +5% attacking.
I kind of feel famous last words. Good about our chances.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I think so because otherwise they're just hanging around here.
Because we want to build another city there, right?
Yeah, at some point we want to.
Yeah.
So let's get this guy on the road.
So about Pericles, I want to keep talking about this thing because it's interesting. We sent you the delegation bearing gifts.
Don't be alarmed, there's no large wooden horses involved. Of course, fear a Greek bearing gifts, or fear the Greeks bearing gifts.
Actually, it's not fear the Greek, but it's the
Danaos.
Danaos, yeah, it's not the Greeks. Well, Danae were also Greeks, in a sense.
What I was referring to just make it explicit, it's the Trojan horse. Yeah, which of course, if we're talking about like anachronisms, this guy has nothing to do with Troy.
Nothing, absolutely. But it's yeah. So the expression "fear the Danaans," Danae in Homeric poems, is a name for some parts of mainland Greece. They are also called Achei, so Achiava in some of the texts. But yeah, it's interesting that here Pericles is telling us that he's bearing gifts.
Yes, for sure. I kind of was like, hey, the Greeks as a neighbor, it's not too bad. But you know what? It's kind of bad at the same time.
Kind of bad
because historically
they fucked us up.
The Persians.
Not completely. Yeah.
But also, I mean, historically, but also game-wise, we have a lot of the Greeks. They always invest a lot in ties with city-states, and we have a lot of city-states around us.
Yeah, and we really want to also have a lot of ties with city-states.
Yeah, but we will have to just focus on good relationships with them. And right now, there's no problem. They're over here in Athens. I'm thinking they're probably expanding south if they're already expanding at all.
If they are.
It's like a little. If we forget about Kandy, which I think is and the sort of Middle Eastern kingdom. Carthage, Athens, and then us. It's like a little Mediterranean sphere of influence here, a vibe.
So talking more about, I will be delivering the historical content in this case.
When we're talking about Pericles, yes, for sure.
So he was a...
That bastard is, by the way, blocking off our access to the south.
God damn it.
Well, I guess we have to find another way around it, that way.
Pericles himself was of a descendant of a rather wealthy family. That's why it was very easy for him to get involved in politics as well. Like his father, Xanthippus, was one of the most important, one of the most prominent figures during the Persian Wars as well. He fought in the Battle of Mycale. He was ostracized. That's something very interesting about the Athenian democracy, the concept of ostracization. Where did we get? We boosted our progress toward early empire.
It's always nice if the people in our land dream of having an empire.
Yeah.
Have you ever said, Aris, and I think that there's no way in the world, unless you are British, British people, that you dream of having an empire.
No, and even the Brits would, like a modern day, like English person who would dream about the empire only because of the imperial past and nothing else. Like,
okay, sure.
An individual, like just an average Johnny, would never say, why aren't we an empire, unless the idea of empire has been imposed to that person through like propagandistic
No, it's
techniques.
interesting. It is in reference to the past. It's often the case that an empire becomes something to not aspire to anymore, but that it was great that it was being aspired to, something to be proud of.
Yeah, yes, I guess yes and no.
It's also the same for the Dutch. We were never an empire, but our golden age, right?
Yeah.
Our golden age was when we were most empire-like.
No, but the interesting thing is that by definition, an empire needs to conquer other territories. Right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it needs to. So aspiring to become an empire is literally aspiring to conquer other places and dominate other populations.
It's aspiring to be an empire is like aspiring to, almost like to go outside on the street right now and start like saying like taking over the terrace. It's like, I'm here on the terrace right now, and we're all having a good time. And in fact, that little table over there, that's also mine. And you can sort of, you can be an empire, trading empire. You can say you can be on the little table over there.
But I will be drinking from your coffee.
But you will be paying for my coffee.
yeah, exactly. No, but this is a very good analogy. Like you go on, especially in this kind of trade empires, you go on tables and say, well, you will be paying for my food. You will be giving me your coffee because I like your coffee better than mine, and I'm just gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it because I'm an empire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you.
Also, by the way, what you always do, you always have a gun with you if you do that.
Yeah, or like you don't even need to have it. Like you can say, look back at my table. I have a gun on the table. Do you want me to bring it?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then the person say, well, I'd rather
not, so I will give you my coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the business of empires. We are both very anti-imperialist, I would say. And that's not only because of Star Wars.
No,
not only.
Maybe it started at a very young age at that, but...
Hey, man, we still need to earn like 2 points to...
I will get them.
All right, because we're kind of almost over with this.
We'll get them with a new city, I think.
With a new city? That's presupposing that we get that new city.
Aren't we getting it? The second city with...
the second city is
I don't know.
I don't think we'll be getting a second city anytime soon, but we will be getting the Hanging Gardens. I feel that we will get a couple of points or 1 point. Anywho. If it's a dark age, it's a dark age.
It's a dark age. Well, it's gonna be an interesting discussion about dark ages.
Yeah, for sure. Dark ages produce lots of lovely literature. After the fact, of course.
Yeah.
People tend to romanticize dark ages.
Another thing about Pericles.
Another thing.
We'll fight them.
All right, we're gonna fuck you up.
Oof. We have 5%. See, we're still winning.
Oh, we're still winning. Oh, we're doing good now.
Yeah. Okay, we got foreign trade.
So this will be very good.
Very relevant very soon.
But right now, not really. But I do, in fact, want to build a trader at some point after.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we won't be changing policies right now.
Every nation lives by exchanging. I would say every human being lives by exchanging. So screw you, Adam Smith, and your nationalistic views.
But I mean, Adam Smith kind of wrote The Wealth of Nations.
He did.
He didn't really write The Wealth of Individuals.
No.
He should have.
Maybe he should have, because it says every nation lives by exchanging, but literally every human person exchanges stuff on a daily basis, being a social animal. So saying every nation lives by exchanging, of course, like every human, like...
If nations are made out of individuals, which at that point in time wasn't even necessarily a given, in terms of thinking about it, then, you know, of course, every nation lives by exchanging.
I think every nation, regardless, every type of state lives by exchanging.
Even anarchic states?
Anarchic state is not really a
because
thing, because it's against the state.
I nearly got you there. But by the way, exchanging does mean, if we want to get really deep into this, it does mean me giving something to you and you giving something to me.
Yeah, but not necessarily in return. Yeah. Exactly. So, but exchanging can be altruistic. Exchanging here, I presume exchanging is also sort of trading. But exchanging is not necessarily trade, right? Here it's labeled under trade. This is why it's interesting. But we know that trade and exchange are two different things.
For sure. I think it's very interesting in how almost every little corner that you look in this game, in Civilization, it is giving us this very specific view of societies and cultures, of what it means to be civilized.
Yeah, exactly.
What it means to be civilized is to, in fact, exchange, but then literally to trade one thing for another. Anyway, that's just a little side note. We're not changing.
Side note. It's a big.
It's
very important.
Big,
I think.
But
it really adding. I think by the end, if we start adding all these things up, we can literally make the history of history.
Mutual aid is exchange. That's true. There's good exchange.
Altruism is exchange. Like
altruism is. Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to really go deep down into definitions. What we don't really want to do.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, doesn't matter. But it's a very particular quote to be putting up here.
Yeah.
Also completely anachronistic, of course.
Completely.
Because Adam Smith
has nothing to do. Adam Smith has
nothing to do with foreign trade. Well, actually, with foreign trade they have some.
Maybe, but not with.
I wonder, by the way, why did they call this foreign trade? They could have just gone with trade.
Because it really understands civilization as unified and unique entities exchanging between each other. So anything that's out of your state has to be foreign trade. And I guess maybe it's a bit too much if that's the case, because you can't really trade with yourself, but you can have traders from your city to your city, right?
Yeah, in civilization.
Yeah, so that's why it's, I guess, foreign trade. I'm not sure.
By the way, one of the weird things here, a joint war is part of foreign trade.
Because then it considers military alliances as part of a trade deal.
Sure. In lowland South America, anthropology, there's this very nice switch between weak interaction versus strong interaction.
Yeah.
And the weak interaction is trade, and then strong interaction is killing other people, or in fact not killing, but raiding other villages.
Yeah, okay.
And there's this cycle where one time you're weak interacting with another community, and then you're both on strong interacting with. So I can see how that there's this binary thing there. But that said, it's we're gonna see if we can slip past Carthage over here.
Yeah, let's
into these lands. Oh, there's beautiful lands over there. All right, cool.
I think we're gonna win this war.
Ooh, we're gonna mess this guy up.
Let's bring the other warrior for the village as well. He's on his way. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna move straight to the village with this one. I think actually taking the village will be a little bit harder still, but
we have 2 units, maybe 1.
But
look at this.
But this is good though. This
was good.
This is good.
Lost only 55. Yeah, that was good.
No, we only lost 17. It's
it was
always a bit weird. It displays it over there. Yeah, but good.
Let's change.
We do get another civic.
Games and recreation.
We already could choose it earlier, but we kind of don't want to do that.
No, we want to do early empire because we are an empire.
All right, to keep in line, I guess that, I guess so. I guess that's actually pretty good, persistent production. The problem always is in the early point, there's always too many good economic ones.
Yeah.
What's this one?
Peridiza.
+2 calls.
Ah, yeah, I think this exactly. I forgot. So this it's called Peridiza, I guess. Does it remind you of any other word?
Paradise.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
So it really refers to gardens, and yeah.
So it is like